Hi, I'm Benny Ulich, and I don't play enough video games. Or at least that's how it feels sometimes when I look at my ridiculous backlog of games that I haven't played yet or I haven't finished playing. I've tried getting through all my games before. In 2020, I documented all the games I played in monthly videos that I posted here on YouTube. And it went really well. And then I totally dropped the ball in 2021, even forgetting to document what I played altogether. So then, in 2022, I tried rebooting this series, giving myself less of a deadline, just playing what I want and making a video about it when it's ready to go. But even in doing that, I made the first video relaunching the series, and then I didn't make another one after that. So this video is me going for a reboot, but I'm changing my approach a little bit. But before I get into all of that, I did keep track of all of the games that I played in 2022 and 2023. So let me just list those off for you. Metroid Dread, Final Fantasy IV, Middle-earth, Shadow of War, Far Cry 4, Sly Cooper, Thievius Raccoonus, Sly 2, Band of Thieves, Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves, Cuphead, Bugsnax, Astro's Playroom, Mortal Kombat 3, No More Heroes 3, God of War Ragnarok, Inside, Returnal, Death Stranding, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Pokemon Violet, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, Cyberpunk 2077, Alan Wake, Control, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Devil May Cry, Thomas Was Alone, Star Fox 64, Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Dream Land 2, Paper Mario, Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, Devil May Cry 2, Mario, plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, The Quarry, Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, and Inscription. That was actually really hard to do and took several takes. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I rewrote my backlog list, but I just chose games that I actually want to play. Before, I put everything that I owned that I had never actually played or finished before. But now I'm making sure that everything listed is something I'm actually interested in. I made it feel too much like a chore before. I also won't be committing to a monthly video schedule or a video for each game. But what I will be committing to is another video approximately a year from now, going over every game that I played in 2024. And the last thing, my new list doesn't just have games that I've never played or finished for the first time. I also put games that I want to replay, because I should be allowed to play some of my old favorites, right? As far as sequels go, it's a little complicated. For the most part, I want to play the previous game before I play the sequel. So for example, I do own A Plague Tale Requiem, but I want to play A Plague Tale Innocence first. So I did not put Requiem on the list, but Innocence is. And if I play and enjoy Innocence, then Requiem will go on the list after. In the same way, I have Borderlands on the list. And I play it and I enjoy it, Borderlands 2 will go on the list. Now, on the other hand, I have several Final Fantasy games that don't line up like chronologically together, so I put each of them on the list together because it doesn't matter specifically what order I play them in. In the same way, I have several Zelda games that don't line up chronologically, so I'm gonna play those in whatever order I feel like. What about me? Oh. Yeah. So, I haven't finished Metal Gear Solid 3 yet, and that's where I left off last with Metal Gear. And you're like, kind of canon, kind of not, right? So, I don't know. But I also thought you looked like kind of fun, and like I really like hack and slash games, so I decided to just put you on the list anyway, because I might decide to play you out of order. Is that okay? Yeah, I guess. Okay, good. So then, after compiling my list, I have 200 games that I actually want to play. Well, it's actually 197 games, but 200 sounds way catchier and better for a title. And you're not the boss of me, so I'll say whatever I want. I was planning to post this list somewhere and update it regularly so that you could see it, but I realized that that's just too much work, and if I'm actually going to work on this, I need it to not be too much work. I've been kind of realizing through the process of trying to remake this series again that what went wrong before was that I was trying to put too much pressure on myself, make it something bigger than it needed to be, and make it some big extravaganza. So I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself, and that's it. I don't even know if I'll put this part in there. So let me instead highlight some of the games that whenever I tell people that I've never played it, they say, "What? You've never played that?" Games like Bloodborne and Final Fantasy VII, though I have played the remake, Earthbound, Half-Life, I've never played Fallout 3, and I've never played a Grand Theft Auto game, and I'm gonna start with GTA 4. Because I mentioned them specifically doesn't mean that I'm going to play any or all of these games this year, but it does mean that I intend to get to them eventually. All of the games on this list piqued my interest enough to get a fair shot at them. Some of the games on here I may not complete because they're not for me. Honestly, it took me a really long time to figure out that not all media, not all games, not all movies, not all TV shows are for me. I used to think, like legitimately used to think, that I could play every video game and watch every movie. And I'm in my early 30s and just learning that that's not actually possible. And there's no shame in trying out a game that I think's really cool, get a couple hours into it and go, you know, I think it's okay, that this just isn't for me. But at least I gave it a fair shake, you know? Also, I'm stating it now. I am definitely going to add more games to this list as the year moves on. I am not promising that this is it. I'm promising that this is where it starts. And I'll also promise that I'll try not to go overboard because I don't want to go overboard. Part of the reason I'm making this list and everything is so I don't get overwhelmed. Like, I do want to actually get through all of my games eventually. I want to actually have this compartmentalized so that I can actually play all my games at some point. I've had some of these for years and years and years and have never touched. And I'm so excited to finally do that. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, you can hit the like button. Also, you can subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one and the update video that's coming in about a year. Okay, bye.